egads, I must be dreaming. Folks, Gregory Koch here on a delicious, what is it? What is today? It's Thursday. Thursday the 16th of September. And I'm just going to share this quick with some music friends where the fun never ends. Where the fun never ends. Ooh, there I am. There's old Drade. He's a slippery one. I got these custom shop guitars again. I'm going to play them one more time, I think. I'm going to do some, hey, fella, what's going on? I see the comments coming in here. We got Michael, we got Roger, we got Carl, we got David, we got Medicaid in the house. Medicaid in the house. I'm going to just start off by saying that this SRV custom shop guitar from Wildwood, there's a link up above or below, depending on what you're watching this on. This guitar is fantastic. It's phantasmagorical. It drives me crazy. I do have it tuned down to E flat for a little extra mustard. Because of course Stevie Ray was always tuned down to E flat, and as was Jim Hendrix, as was a lot of other people. I'm just going to share this quick. Boom, boom, boom. I've shared it. Now I'm getting off of it. There you go. Oh, it sounds so doggone. good sounding guitar. That's a good sounding guitar. Diggity doggone. Oh, telephone song. Joe, that's been a long time on that rascal. See if I can remember that doggone song. Sounds good. That one sounds good. This is Indian Rosewood on here, Eddie. Eddie Leon, this is Indian Rosewood. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Tell you what, it sounds so good. These are just 10 through 46 on there. Tuned down to E flat though. Hard to get used to the loosey-goosey strings though. It sounds good, doggone it. This is a doggone Fender Custom Shop Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar. The link is up above, and it sounds so doggone good. Let's hear some other Strats. We got these come with 10s. Another Strat I have here from the Custom Shop from Wildwood Guitars. All the links are up above or below, depending on where you're watching this from. And here's the Rory Gallagher Strat. Let's hear how that sounds. Through the Koch amplifier. Do I like Epiphone Casinos? I do like Epiphone Casino. it sounds good. It's a doggone delicious guitar. This is the Rory Gallagher Custom Shop Verge. Can you dig it? Lord have mercy. Rory Gallagher Strat, that is correct. It has a 3-way toggle switch. Neck, middle, bridge. Come on now. There we go. I redeemed myself with that crazy active. This is not a master-built version. This is just a regular custom shop version. Look at the back of the headstock there. It says Rory Gallagher, Fender Custom Shop. All the details are above or below. You can click and find out all the delicious details of this rascal. And it is, as you can see, it is Rory Gallagherized. So Rory had some wicked sweat, and he beat the bejesus out of his guitars, and the paint just said, I can't take it, I'm going to leave it. And so this is a recreation of his defiled Strat from back in the day, that it was his main guitar. So for Rory fans, hey, it's exactly, I mean, all the minutiae of all the different little marks on this damn thing, it's unbelievable. They have recreated it all. So there you go. Greetings from New Zealand. Greetings to you. You were lucky enough to have seen both Rory and SRV. Awesome. That is an awesome thing. I saw Stevie Ray a couple times. I never saw Rory live. Excuse me. Diggity doggone it. So there you go. So this is the Custom Shop Rory. We played the Custom Shop. What was the other one? Stevie Ray Vaughan. Prevagen, take me away. Trade is having a hard time today. The Klingons definitely got a hold of it. But again, for a Rory fan, it's exactly like Rory's guitar. Okay? Doggone it! I always get, there's always people that like take relicking personally. Why do they relic their guitars? Because, there we go, because they relic the guitar because if you want it to look like Rory's, that's how his was. And some people are into that. If you don't like it, that's your thing. If you don't like it, that's your thing. One of my favorite Roscoe Beck stories back in the day, we were playing a 3-day event down at the Summerfest grounds, and the sound guy was an old buddy of mine from back in the day. He came up to me and he's like, well, that bass player here has got kind of an attitude. I'm like, Roscoe? So I heard the story. So Roscoe was using 2 810 stacks for this outdoor performance. And I believe each one was powered by 1,800 watts. So it was I like to just refer to it as the Polyp Rumbler 3000. And several counties over, polyp growth was seemingly annihilated by the low-end thunder of the mighty Roscoe Beck. Anyway, this sound reinforcement engineer went up to Roscoe and said, you know, you're really loud. And Roscoe said, well, that's my thing. And the sound guy was like, you're so loud I can't even have you in the mains. And Roscoe goes, well, that's your thing, and walked away. One of my favorite stories of all time. Well, that's your thing. So there you go. I relic my cars. Yes. I've got a relic. Actually, my daughter Isla reliced the side panel of our Honda Odyssey. And I think it looks better that way. It looks a little bit more stone cold, shall we say. She was parking next to I think she was going to get a delicious Jimmy John's sandwich, and parked in the underground parking thing and ran right against the pillar in the parking. So that was a relicking job. That was real. Yeah, so this particular guitar, I don't know who did all the Rory guitars. They have a different, obviously that's a team-built one, so it's a group. It's like to say it's a group grope. The team-built are a group grope, and there are master-built ones as well, and those are a little bit more pricey. I've been reliced as well. Yeah, I like that. I see you, Rick. I've been reliced by life, says Rick, and I am with you. Yes, my Odyssey's definitely worth more money now that it's been reliced, and it sounds better. Wow. But there you go. Hey, shout out to Gina. Now, this particular guitar, does it cater for a Milwaukee goiter? Yes, it does. The Milwaukee goiter, the abdominal destroyer. This is a Jimmy Vaughn custom shop version. This is not Relic, and it is so white that it is freaking out the side cam, but it's just because it's just the whitest guitar ever. It is so white. It is too much. So reflective. But the custom shop Jimmy Vaughn's are wired out of phase in the 2 and 4 position. Not like the usual, what we used Strat guys call out of phase. It's actually out of phase. So you get that kind of T-Bone Walker slash Peter Greeny. Decided to take a walk on the wild side for Drade. The B string decided to take a walk on the wild side for Drade. The Jimmy Vaughn signature Strat with all that kind of sweet little succulent out of phase activity on board. Out of phase activity on board. And it's a good sounding guitar. Add a little bit of that sweet, little bit of that harmonic vibrato in there. Fancy chord right here. The Jimmy Vaughn, a signature Strat, custom shop Verge. It's good for your soul. The custom shop Verge is good for your soul, ladies and gents. So that is another guitar that's listed above. Now for just kicks and gigs, giggles and kicks and giggles. Ooh, it just hit the microphone. Now it's going to be worth just a little bit more. Look at these Lazy Susan of guitar stands. Lazy Susan of guitar stands. Now I'm going to grab right now a Wildwood 10. Wildwood 10 57 Relic. I've had this guitar for quite some time. This is my own guitar. Wildwood 10-inch radius, 6105 frets, and quarters on maple neck. And I've got a link up above. This actually has my Fishman Fluence pickups on board, so it's the regular Wildwood 10s have special custom shop wound pickups on them. But let's just hear how this guitar sounds in comparison to all these little rascals here. So this one is... can you dig it? Can you dig it? Oh, can you dig it? Oh, can you dig it? Now, that was our friendly neighborhood Fender Custom Shop Wildwood 10 57 Strat with the doggone Fishman Fluence pickups on board. Oh ho 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 hee ho ho hee ho. Now for kicks and gigs. We're gonna go over to a guitar. I just got back today. The neck needed some adjustment. I haven't seen this guitar in years, and this is a guitar I got from Fender back in the day. It's a two-tone sunburst. The closest thing would be an Ultra. I guess the Ultra is what this back in the day. This was a American Deluxe. I got a lot of hours in on this thing. This has a lot of tone juice that has gone through it. Now, this particular guitar I used on many records back in the day. I used this on 4 Days in the South. The live stuff that is on the new Live on the Radio Volume 2. Half the Strat stuff is the stuff I'm doing with Malford with the Strat. That's all this guitar, with just the stock Noiseless Pickups back in the day they had in. So this is of the newer guitars that are available from our friends at Fender. I would say that it is it's going to be the American Ultra. I've got a link above. So it's American Ultra Lux Stratocaster. Ultra Lux, that's what this guitar is now. But back in the day, they just called it the American Deluxe. I probably got this guitar back in 2001. This was a prototype. And it's got the S1 switch. Good little sounding guitar right there. I've had this one for a long time. A lot of miles on this doggone thing. This is the guitar I used when I sat in with Les Paul. When I sat in with Les Paul, I used this guitar. So it has memories, but the neck was stripped, and I had a buddy of mine in town here take care of it for me, and now it lives again. It lives again. Got to set it up a little different, though. I should have given better instructions for my setup. That no matter what the guitar is, if someone knows what they're doing and has played that guitar quite a bit, it's got a lot of hours of gig and muscle, sweat, sinew, God knows what else into it, guitar just sounds better. This guitar sounds damn good. Even though it's just a USA, it's kind of heavy too. I would say this has got to be an 8-pounder. This has got to be 8 plus. It feels a little heavy. But man, it sounds good. It's all the amp overdrive today. Yes, I'm all going through the Koch amplifier called the Greg, my signature amplifier. Amplifier? You get the idea. So that is an American Deluxe, which again nowadays would be called, as I said earlier, but I have to remind myself because they've changed the Fender nomenclature. This now the equivalent of this would be an American Ultralux Stratocaster. Two-tone Sunburst. There's a link up above to one of these. They have black pickguards, and they look quite nice, though. Two-tone Sunburst, the black pickguard, which I like on the SRV. That looks good. And they have a matching black headstock to the pickguard. That looks cool. So there's a link up above or below the Ultralux. Thank you, Maddie K. Maddie K. Maddie K. Diggity doggone it. So these are noiseless pickups. These actually sound pretty good. Actually sound standard. It's got. It does have the S1 switch, which back in the day I would use for. This S1 gives it a. I believe it takes those pickups instead of being in parallel, they're in series. Gives it a little extra, which I used to use for slide back in the day, as I recall. I used this guitar on Roscoe Beck's record too, that Walk On record. I played slide on a couple of those tunes. And I used this guitar on that because, as I said, that little S1 switch came in mighty handy. But the S1 switch does different stuff now. It still does that parallel thing. No, it goes from parallel to series. Gives it a little extra butter. Now I think it just adds the neck pickup in. I think they changed the wiring, the use of the S1 switch. But this is the way it was wired back in the day. All right, one last guitar just for kicks and gigs. As you can compare all these different guitars, I thought it'd be fun to just grab my 74 Strat, which is going to be a buzzy delight. But let's hear that in comparison to all. This thing has got some heft to it. That didn't stop me, though, back in the day. That one's got some heft. That's got to be 8 pounds. 8 pounds plus. All right, now just, this one's 7 1/4 maybe. And this is my 74 Strat I bought a little earlier this year. Still got the 3-way toggle switch in it. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? This is all original. I haven't even taken the 3-way toggle switch out. Yeah, it's got a C-shaped neck on here. It's not real big. There you go, folks. We had fun today with the different Strats. I thought we'd do a little Strat Fest. So you can kind of go back and forth, and after I'm done being live, you can go back and hear the different guitars through the same amp. That's always kind of fun. It's always kind of fun to compare the sounds of the different guitars. And that's all there is to it. Thank you, Ryan T. I appreciate that. Michael Burrell says, Strat-tastic. Can you dig it? Strat-tastic. Can you dig it? That is a 74 playing Somebody Said I Surrender, and so I played a little bit of Surrender there. That was a little out of tune, but you know, hey, what are you going to do? They all have different things to them. They all have their different, like I'm going to keep this Strat with the three-way toggle switch because I just love it the way it is. I love that Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar though. It's for the one, I mean, you know, they all have their own thing. It depends on what you're looking for. But if I was looking for like an E flat guitar beast to just kind of do my E flat guitar thing, I'd get that SRV one in a hurry. If I was a big Rory Gallagher fan, which I am, that Rory Gallagher guitar is awesome. So if you were a Rory fan and you wanted a Strat to use to not only as a great Strat to have, but also as a tribute to your favorite guitar player, then I would go with that. I love my doggone Wildwood 10 Strat with the 57 with the Fishman pickups in it. It was great with the other pickups in it as well, but if you want a noiseless option, there's no better option as far as I'm concerned than the Fishman Fluence. Although I will say that my Strat that I just played before that with the Fender noiseless ones, I mean, I got a lot of miles in that thing and it sounds damn good too. So there's any number. The bottom line is guitars are all great. Can you dig it? How does the custom shop SRV sound and feel compared to a regular Stevie Ray Strat? Michael, I haven't been able to compare one A/B, but the custom shop ones just have a little bit more of a well, it depends on the guitar. It does depend on the guitar. So I guess if I haven't played one back to back, it's hard to say. But that particular one just has an open, really kind of, it's got that wider dynamic range to me anyway. And it's got that kind of a squawky give to it. When I lean it kind of goes, which I love. Even though it probably is not in the handbook of, it's not in the brochure. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little fart sound. How do you like the lace sensors? You know, Daniel, that's a contested issue with a lot of folks. I actually had lace sensors on my blue Strat back in the day because that guitar out of the box with a huge old maple neck and an ash body was a very bright guitar. And if there's a complaint against the lace sensors is that they don't have the glassy high end that regular single coils have. But on that guitar, it was fantastic because it actually mitigated a little bit of the razor blades and hand grenades until that guitar was broken in. So I actually enjoyed that. Actually, on a live record, on the live disc of Double the Gristle, which you can hear on Spotify now, as a matter of fact. I do a bunch of crazy tunes with that Strat, and that has lace sensors on it. And my version of that live version of Steppin' Out and Red House and what the heck else is on there? Freedom. I do a version of Freedom, Spanish Castle Magic, Surf Zap, all those tunes. That was all done on a Strat with lace sensors. I don't actually have any Rickenbacker guitars. Can you dig it? All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. And again, if you want to review any of these rascals, you can go back and forth and take a listen. You can hear the different sounds. Someone said that that their Squire sounded better than my 74 Strat. Boy, I'd like to hear that. But good on you. Can you dig it? It's a pleasure, Michael Burrell. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And what's my favorite neck profile, Alex? It changes quite a bit. I do like the neck that's on my custom shop Strat is a big old November of '56 V. It's huge. Any Rory Gallagher special songs coming? You know what? I do like to play a few of those songs. We'll see what happens in the future. Yeah, you know, one of these days when I get the, if I have like a production line SRV and a custom shop SRV, it would be fun to kind of go back and forth between them. Do you like the way the 335 sound? I do indeed. I have a Gibson Memphis 63 50th anniversary 335 that I like quite a bit. Irish Tour 74 is the one, Eddie Leon, unless there was, it's the 74 one. That's my favorite Rory of all of them that I've heard. Anyway, it just got the right tunes and so on and so forth. Can you dig it? 74. Yes, Eddie, believe me, I understand. Sometimes it's hard to remember years or anything, really. That's where Prevagen comes in handy. All right, folks. Well, listen, on that note, I'm going to wish you all a pleasant remainder of your day and or night. Prevagen. We will see you soon. I've got all the guitars that I played listed up above, other than, of course, the 74, which is my own personal one. There is a 74 Tele Deluxe, though, at Wildwood right now in the used guitar section, which I was looking at. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow as I do my Fishman Live at 4 p.m. Central Time, if you're tuning in on my YouTube channels and so on and so forth. All right, folks, have a good one. Thank you. Bye for now.